Beginning next Monday, January 9th, we're inviting you to fast and pray with us for 10 days. Amy, my wife, and I have found over the years, as life gets more complicated and requires more wisdom, more perseverance, more power, there's no greater way to begin a year than by pressing into God's heart for our family and church and the city. And so fasting is rooted deeply in the Bible, and it's an invitation for God's presence into our self-powered lives, meaning we fast because we need God. And I promise, this isn't church talk. We all need more of His presence in our marriages, our singleness, our vocations, our decisions. I need more of God when I talk to my kids, and more of God when I find myself more satisfied with sitting on the internet for hours. So we're asking you to join us so that we can do this hard and beautiful thing together and see the presence of God and His grace more clearly and learn to treasure Him above all things. Now, at the same time, I know that for many of you, fasting is something so unfamiliar, or you're uninterested, or you think it's something that we just did in the Bible times. And while the Old Testament certainly addresses fasting and prayer in more detail, in the New Testament, it appears that fasting is just an assumed posture and activity in the Christian's life. Now, the reason I say that is because when we read the Sermon on the Mount, Matthew 5 through 7, right in the middle, Jesus talks about praying, fasting, and giving. And He's like, when you fast, do this. When you give, do this. When you pray, do this. And I think most of us are like, okay, I know giving is good, and I know praying is good, but when we get to the fasting part, we just really don't have a context for it in our own Christian experience. But here's the thing. I want to invite you to stretch this year. I want to invite you to have courage to do something really hard and important and powerful. I want to invite you into this season with us because not only does it have the potential to change things around you, fasting will most definitely change something inside of you. So for the next several days, we're going to post a prayer and fasting video encouragement for you. And our hope is for you to front load Holy Spirit courage into your heart so that when you join this prayer and fasting journey on January 9th, you'll be ready. See you tomorrow.